So, Robert, talking about the trends in this fall market, there's another trend that has totally fallen. You see what I did there?
Oh, it's a pun. It's it's
It's a,
it's witty. I missed it
it's
because it was so obscure.
that's right. So
It's a
enough of this
classical
cheesiness.
allusion to time.
Enough of this cheesiness on this episode of Real Estate Chat with
Johnder Perez.
and Robert Eid. We're going to be talking about another trend that has reversed, and that trend is the trend of overbidding. And so, in this article shared to me by Robert from Real Estate Magazine, overbidding trend in the GTA has totally reversed. And basically, this article talks about, essentially what the overbidding trend is, seller list their price, usually under market value to attract bids. And we talked about this in past episodes. Make sure you watch it and you subscribe in an effort to attract a selling price that is overbid or over the asking price. Usually multiple buyers get into a bidding war in order for this to happen. But one of our fellow registrant brokerages, Wahi, put the data for this together, and then it was subsequently published in this publication that basically, based on the recent analysis, 70% of the 245 GTA neighborhoods have now entered underbidding territory. Basically, homes selling under the asking price. I don't know if underbidding is really a word. We're going to find out from Robert in a bit. Basically, you're saying underbidding is on the rise. Basically, you're able to get homes at a quote unquote discount. If you want to look at it, pretty much it would be less than asking price or less than list price, however you want to look at it. And there's specific types of housing that are mentioned here. So, for example, in condos, in nearly 80% of GTA neighborhoods, that's how much of it or how many of them were underbid. And in ground-oriented housing, detached semis, rows, townhouses, etc., was just 60%. And I guess that's how they came up with the 70% average, right? Now, the article, which we will link in the description of this episode, further goes into overbidding and underbidding neighborhoods. And so that's that there. But before we dive deeper into this data, Robert, overbidding, underbidding, based on what's happening in this market, and some of our real estate chat viewers have seen our previous episode where you dissected where we're heading into as far as buyer seller territory, where inventory is at. What's the takeaway from this before we dive deep into the explanation of why some markets are not seeing this as much while others are?
Okay, you hit it a few minutes ago when you said underbidding. Is that the right term? What this is a phenomenon is underlisting. So if you underlist and you successfully sell, then your agreed price will be higher than your asking price. Sometimes it's 2% higher. Sometimes it's 46% higher if you've done an egregiously aggressive underlisting. Or because you're incompetent, you didn't know the house was worth that much because you didn't know it could be split into two and everybody else did. Anyway, so the trend to underlist is falling out of favor because nobody likes this. What's the future date? What's the real price expectation? I'll wait till the day after this date that they put in the future before I make a bid, because I'm not going to bid against myself. It's all closed bidding. I don't know what anybody else thinks. Are those really 5 other offers, or are they all, $100,000 under? I want to know what's going on. So the date comes and goes, and the price comes out again as according to what the owner's real expectation is. They were asking $999, and the date didn't come, and now they got it up at $14.9, $1.49. So that's the transition. That the monkey business of underlisting is dwindling. It's not dwindling everywhere. Certain practitioners do it very well. Certain areas where they don't abuse the methodology, you get away with it. In some places where you've sold somebody a property firm and they've got to get a deal on it by a certain date, it's the only way to make it happen on the certain date so that people can sleep at night knowing their property is sold. So this approximation of what the median price compared to the asking price and last month tells you absolutely nothing except for what happened last month compared to 5 months ago. And what happened, and what the headline is perfectly right. From 5 months ago to the middle of last month, it's completely reversed. 70% were selling for more than the asking price, which was artificially low. And now 70% are selling for under. In the old days, 100% sold for under the asking price.
There you go. So that's the key there. Now we're going to look at something very interesting. Let me put this back on the screen here, because Robert, in their analysis, they refer to overbidding and they refer to underbidding neighborhoods. So the top overbidding neighborhoods, surprisingly or not surprisingly, Ajax Pickering, 15% overbid. There's a median sold price, 1.45. Weismer and Markham. That's interesting. Because Weismer is
the small houses in Markham. So they're doing this. The particular practitioners and demographics of that neighborhood are forcing competition, and the people are falling for it. And they're paying 13% on average. More.
Right, 13%. And then Morningside Heights in Scarborough, 9%. Westbrook and Richmond, 7%.
Yeah.
Brown Ridge and Vaughan, 7%. On the other end of the spectrum, and then we'll let Robert have at it, the top underbidding neighborhoods and the percentage they're underbid by based on the asking price.
No, this is the number of units. This is the percentage of units, not the amount that they're overbidding. I'm correct.
Sorry, underbid percent. Sorry, my mistake. The percentage of units that are underbid by, so Trafalgar, Milton, Eastlake, Oakville, Mineola and Mississauga, Cachet and Markham, and York Mills and North York. And you see that the median sold prices there are considerably higher. So what do you make out of this particular data?
To interpret it, we don't know exactly. Does that mean that the underbidding price is 10%, or is it the number of units in that particular zone? Because these are the community zonings that the Toronto Real Estate Board has adopted as their communities. Is it the number that's a percentage? Is it the price? Like, again, median price doesn't make any darn difference. The listing price to the asking price. Now, they do publish it, but it doesn't give you enough information to give anything other than the rough trend, which the rough trend is everybody was doing it. Now it's starting to fade out. That's it.
Well, and the main thing is that they're trying to say is that in the higher price neighborhoods.
You see, that's false. It's false. It's a generalization based on the numbers, because his numbers are incomplete. So that's not what it is. It's just the trend to underlist is falling now to less than normal. 70% on, 70% off.
All right, very interesting. Takeaway from this is basically real estate agents watching this. I think it's time for you transitioning to list at market, because everybody's feeling it out, and everybody's, when you're in a market like this where you're transitioning from one set of rules to another set of rules that we've covered in a past episode recently. Basically, you're looking to see another realtor. What do they do? What does that home seller do? Do they underprice? Do they price at market? And then there's a bit of confusion. Let's just start being realistic, and we know where this market is going. List the homes at the expected price at this point. And home sellers,
don't hold offers.
Don't hold offers. Like homeowners, you should know this as well. I mean, Robert, you've been in the business since what? Since when?
Since it was summer in the fall. No, since 1974.
1974, and you've never seen so much rampant overbidding and holding back offers, like maybe in just the past decade, right? Out of all of those years of business.
It didn't happen before.
Right. So let's go back to normal. List your home at market price, make it available, because it will sit on the market for a while. We're seeing days on market almost hit, 20 plus, maybe to 30 by the time September results are published. Sell your home normally. Robert, anything else you'd like to say to everybody out there?
The only reason that this started was for the convenience of the listing agent. What they were able to do was plan their time. They knew that they were going to put it through the system on Wednesday. It would show up on Thursday. They would have an open house for salesmen on Thursday or Friday. They would have open house by one of their associates or assistant on on Saturday and Sunday. And then they would have offers on Tuesday night. So they could pass their time. None of this, somebody phones you up at 10 o'clock, says they have an offer and they want to present it. And it's a lousy offer because you can't tell them. So here they also have introduced the idea of the other agent doesn't come. You just send it to me by email. I'll review them all at my leisure, and I'll talk to the seller about the top 2 or 3. So who does this benefit? The buyer? No. Seller? Maybe. Listing agent? 100% every time. That's the reason it's been done. Now, we're going into a market where the listing agent is not going to control everything. the listing agent is going to be crying, going to be offering incentives, going to be offering extra bonuses. Sell my listing, please. I sold these people a house in June and now they're stuck and they're blaming me. Help me, help me, help me, help me. People have long memories.
Do the right thing. Thank you for watching this episode of Real Estate Chat. Make sure you leave in the comments what you think about this, and make sure you click on like if you like this episode. Thanks for watching. Take care and bye for now.
See ya.